For some, Oscar Pistorius is a controversial figure in athletics. Over the past couple of years, the South African has forced many to question the term disabled, having run times over 400 metres that would have won him gold in every Olympics up until 1932. Pistorius was born without the fibula in both legs, and at 11 months, after consulting countless medical experts, his parents decided to have their son's limbs amputated below the knees.
In a way, I think I'm lucky, instead of somebody who had an accident later on in life, I've kind of adapted to it. And I mean, my prosthetic legs are my legs, so that's the way I've grown up, and I'm quite comfortable and quite used to them by now.
Pistorius was raised in a manner no different from his elder brother or younger sister, playing football, water polo, tennis and cricket. In late 2003, while playing rugby, he suffered a knee injury and was sent to the University of Pretoria for rehabilitation. It was there that he was introduced to one of the few sports that he didn't particularly like. In fact, at school, he used to write his own sick notes to avoid it.
So athletics was actually something I'd never really taken much interest in or was any good at, and after a short couple of months of training quite hard and diligently at it, it took off, and I started seeing that it was actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be, and it just turned out to be brilliant. I mean, it's really been great.
The sport's governing body, the IAAF, currently has no rules that cover Pistorius' custom-made, lightweight carbon fibre legs. Ompilo has been a coach at the University of Pretoria for over 17 years.
We had a discussion the other day about getting legal people in just to see into that rule, and if they will allow that or disallow it, I cannot say at this stage, because we're still 2 seconds away from qualifying, so it's not easy to get him qualified. It will be quite a long walk there, and once we get into qualifying, we will take it from there.
Pistorius' rapid success has attracted an enormous amount of media attention, particularly in his homeland, where the 19-year-old is as much a role model as the country's rugby or football players. Such attention can be overwhelming. However, his interests outside sport help him cope. When he's not studying for a degree in business management at the University of Pretoria, Oscar enjoys unwinding with slightly more imaginative pursuits.
It's quite important to be creative. You have a creative mind and you're on the track all day, it's all facts and techniques and mechanics and all that kind of stuff, and you're drilling it, there's no creation in running. I mean, you do it one way and that's the way you practice it again and again and again, whereas, with art it kind of just gives you a bit of space away from reality as such. I mean, you can just, enjoy yourself and just draw.
In July this year, Oscar travelled to Mozambique to work with the Soul of Africa, a campaign to rid the country of landmines, a tragic legacy of almost 2 decades of civil war. Six years ago, widespread flooding caused thousands of mines to shift location, thereby destroying much of the southern African country's productive soil. Patrons of the foundation include former South African President Nelson Mandela and his wife Gracia Machel.
They've asked me to be an ambassador now for their projects, and I mean, it's brilliant. They're going to build a airship. Virgin's building an airship, and with the Royal Air Force, they've designed this basically panel that can detect landmines, and they're going to try to de-landmine the whole of Mozambique in 10 years.
Just shy of his 20th birthday, Pistorius is the current world record holder in the 200 and 400 metres. For some, that would be enough. However, considering his upbringing and how he sees himself in relation to what is commonly referred to as the able-bodied, it's no surprise that he has aspirations to compete in both the Paralympics and Olympics in 2008 and again in 2012.
I mean, it has been a short career so far. It's been 2.5 years, but geez, I think there's at least another 10 years that I could be running for. So, I'm quite excited to see what's going to be happening. Sucks his new best friend. He doesn't need anything else.
Whether officials permit him to take part in both competitions will, for many, be a contentious issue. But regardless of the decision, Oscar's accomplishments are a reminder that he's not a disabled athlete, merely an athlete without the legs he was born with.
Life of a dog, eh?